Hi everyone, it's Az here. Before I go into today's video, I think it's only right and fair that I address the current day situation which is going on. I, like you, when I turn on the internet, I'm absolutely baffled, bewildered, sickened by the crazy events that are going on. I look in disgust and can't seem to comprehend how something like this could happen. And so I want to, without question, throw my full support behind BLM. Block lunatic morons on Twitter. Lunatics like, for instance, Seth Rogen putting these things, F off! You don't deserve my movies anymore. Stop watching my shizzle. Seth, nobody has ever deserved for you to put out a movie. They're goddamn awful. They're absolutely dreadful. Why would you think anyone would want to watch them? I think it's just, I don't know, stoner comedy. I don't get it. And then we have these crazy weirdos as well. Harry Styles, Chrissy Teigen, Mark Ruffalo. Well, I mean, he's clearly got a bit of a Puff the Magic Dragon problem, but you know what I'm saying. And they're going and bailing out Antifa terrorists who are smashing up and burning down people's livelihoods and property, and they've got absolutely nothing to do whatsoever with the tragedy that befell George Floyd. So yes, I am a 100% believer in BLM. Block these lunatic morons on Twitter. Only then won't we be able to see the absolute idiocy and stupidity of their pathetic, feeble, hollow, hypocritical, projecting words, because they are desperate to try and stay relevant even in these times because their ego demands it. BLM. Block lunatic morons. Block a lunatic moron on Twitter today. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Oh my goodness me. Yesterday I did a video about Star Wars putting out one of these things here. One of these hypocritical statements that many companies are putting out at the moment. And it's all projection and it's all BS. These people don't believe this whatsoever. Some might think they do, but they don't. Because their actions prove exactly how they truly feel about this matter. With Star Wars, it was very clear with the marginalization and removal of marginalized groups from their films simply to suit certain countries so they could sell their film. So they were quite willing to censor people, to edit people, to remove marginalized groups just so they could get some bow chicka wow wow. But then they come out with their statement, Star Wars is all about inclusion and diversity. And it's not. It's about exploiting them for cash. And when it doesn't suit you, you can drop them like a hot potato. This is the whole argument that we've been having for a long time now about forced diversity, because forced diversity means shit. It means pandering. And when that pander doesn't work for a certain country, then you drop them because it's about exploiting them for buck. Naughty Dog, no different. They come out with their own pathetic statement, which I'll tear apart, and then we'll go to something else to tear apart. Now is not the time for any of us to be silent. Then why do you censor people, Naughty Dog? Why have you and Sony and Musso been going around censoring, copyright striking, pulling down people's videos, pulling down people's memes, pulling down people's music? Why have you been doing all of this? Because you don't want people to talk. You don't want people to discuss. You want to censor them before your game comes out. And if you just left it alone, it would have been news that just came and went in as quick a time. But you focused on it, you cause the Streisand effect, and now you have every single light shining upon you because you tried to censor. So don't come at people with, now's not the time for us to be silent. You're quite happy for people to be fucking silent when you want them to be. Hypocrites. For too long have too many suffered under the systematic problem in America. If you're not happy in America, feel free to leave. If you're not happy with the freedoms that are afforded upon you in the United States, feel free to leave. It's a free country. Nobody is stopping you from going. Too many have lost sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, fathers and mothers. A nothing statement. We stand in solidarity against racism and injustice. We'll get back to this in a second, don't you worry. Now is the time for us all to do our part and end anti-black racism and violence. Anti-black racism and violence. This is the big brain at the moment. What happened, obviously, with George Floyd is disgusting. I've not met or spoken to a single person that doesn't feel that way. But this is another excuse and another way for these projecting wank tossers to say, oh, hey, let's start having a go at old Whitey boy again. They just need any excuse to go. You're tarring everybody with the brush of a minuscule 7.5 billion people on the planet. 4 wankers. And there are plenty of videos out there of police behaviour against people of all different colours. It's not systematically focused on one group of people. But when you love to play victim, when you love the victim card, this is the time to do it. Relish in it. Enjoy it. Because everything that's been going on in the recent outside in America, after about day 2, it had nothing to do with BLM or standing up for George Floyd at all. No, it became Antifa terrorism. That's what it became. But don't worry. This is the perfect time for you to project and let your holier-than-thou attitude come forward once again. Many of us at Naughty Dog are donating to national and local organisations. Do it. Please consider donating yourself. Well, a lot of these people have not been working for months because they've been locked away. They're just regular people who have to do regular jobs for regular pay, not the type of pay that you get. So feel free to take your 1% money and help out. That'll be good. That'll be good. It'll take the burden off the everyday person. Thank you. We hope to see the beginning of lasting change for POC in America. Now, I hate to do this. I do legitimately hate to do this next thing, but I got to do it. I got to do it. And I'm only going to apologise to one person. And that's Just Some Guy. Because I have to use him as an example here. Because Just Some Guy is a person of colour, as you love to refer to them as. But you silenced him when you didn't like what he had to say. And you copyright struck his channel when you didn't like what he had to say. And you tried to pull him down when you didn't like what he had to say. But that's because it affected you. And then you took an interest. You only took an interest when it affected you. Oh, this is affecting us. Well, screw everything about colour, race, gender, creed, etc. This is affecting us. Stop it at all costs. Stop it at all costs. You hypocritical twats. I don't want to say any more. I'm going to get very mad if I keep on saying any more. Let's go to this TOS article from Polygon, because that's what Polygon do. So this TOS article, The Last of Us Part 2 co-writer, there are no heroes or villains. Great, no stakes, Nothing for anyone to give a shit about. Thank you, don't need to buy it. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Oh, okay, I've got to say a little bit more, apparently. All right, I've got to say a little bit more about this. Great, well done. There are no heroes or villains. I know, because you smacked one over the golf with a golf club and killed him. This is great, yeah. When there are no heroes and villains in a game, nobody cares. When there are no stakes, nobody cares. Well done. So they go on about Haley Gross on Naughty Dog's decision to make a game about the cycle of violence and empathy. And then she talks about, we've given the various groups who Elliot are going to go up against, we've given them names and dogs and stuff like that, and you've got to kill them, and then people get all mad and upset when you kill their friends, and they cry out, Derek's dead, Derek's been killed. Nobody cares! Nobody who buys the game will care. When somebody buys the game, all they want to do is get from the start of the level to the end of the level. They don't give a shit. They're not going to make too many moral decisions about killing or not killing people. They're going to make logical decisions against which is the best route for them to go. If somebody's very gung-ho, they're going to plow through people like they're Charlie Sheen through women. Not when that got him, but you know, that's another story for another time. Or if they prefer the sneaky style of stealth play, they're going to creep around. It's called player preference on game type. Not Derek and Martha stood there. They're just pixels. Because people can distinguish between fantasy and reality. And the way that The Last of Us 2 seems to be put together, I don't think too many people are going to have empathy for the main characters either. I think there's going to be a lot of apathy, which is not what you want, but I think there's going to be a lot of apathy. But Ellie's got something to fight for. She's got her own family this time. Well, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but we know the way that she gets her family, and let's just say it's very contrived and convenient. No stakes. People who weren't in the game, the first game, just newbies dropped on the scene. Whereas established characters, well, don't want those beloved established characters now, do we? No. Let's get them replaced by... This article's just trash. It's just a fluff piece for The Last of Us, trying to create some false sense of empathy which won't exist. Because it's following a bunch of smug-ass developers who thinks their shits don't smell. And like I said, before the leaks came out, 100% supporting Naughty Dog with this game all through the trailers that he'd given us. But once the leaks came out, and once I saw what the story was, and if you want to know, I've done a video about it. It's called The Last of Us Karen. The Last of Us Karen, or The Last of Karen Part 2. Go through the leaks there. It changed my mind completely. And it changed my mind completely because it showed the lack of disrespect that you had for the characters that we'd grown to love in the first game. And then you're wanting to systematically replace them with your new and improved tick box selection. Nah, we're good. We're good. So yes, when you create a game where there's no heroes or villains, you create a game where there are no stakes and nothing to care about. You don't create empathy, you create apathy. And that's where I think people are going to feel about the game when it comes out. That's all I've got to say about this dog shit company and their dog shit leaders. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Might do a live stream tonight. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.